Hello viewers. So today's question is, what is IPR? So I brought a very short session on an introduction to intellectual property rights for you all. So let's start. Without directly coming on what is IPR, laws related to IPR, its infringement, remedies and so on, I will start from the very basics. So as you can see in the slides, we will first discuss what is intellectual. Intellectual, you can say it's a creativity of mind, and intellectual is a person who engages in works by intellect, which includes critical thinking and reading, research, writing, and human self reflection about society. Now, the next is property. What property is? So, we can say property is basically a bundle of rights. Property may be tangible, property may be intangible. If you are talking about tangible property, it includes land, jewelry, house, etc. But when you are talking about intangible property, it includes copyright, patent, trademark, etc. And yes, this is what intellectual properties rights deals with. Intellectual property rights deals with these kind of intangible properties. Now, next is rights. Rights, you can say it may be legal, it may be social, it may be ethical principles, some kind of freedom or entitlement. Rights are the fundamental normative rules about what is allowed to people or owed to people according to some legal system or some social conventions or ethical theories and so on. Now, next is what is intellectual property? So, intellectual property, this term refers to creation of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, names, images, which basically used in commerce. IP is protected in law by which enable people to earn recognition or financial benefit from what they invent or create. By striking the balance between the interest of innovators and the wider public interest, this IP system aims to foster an environment in which creativity and innovation can flourish. Now, moving towards what actually IPR is. So, now we will discuss what IPR is, why it is important in various kinds, and so on. So, what is IPR? The term IPR have been defined as ideas, inventions, and creativity expressions based on which there is public willingness to bestow the status of property. The term intellectual property is related to human brain applied for creativity and invention. Intellectual property rights are legal rights which aimed at protecting the creations of intellect, such as inventions, the appearance of products, its literary, artistic, scientific works, science, among others, for a certain period of time. And here, this certain period of time is different for different rights. It means this certain period of time is different in copyright, this different in patent, this is different in trademark, etc. Intellectual property rights are like any other property rights. They allow creators or owners of patents, trademarks, or copyrighted works to benefit from their own work or investment in a creation. These rights are also outlined in Article 27 of UDHR, that is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which provides for the right to benefit from the protection of moral and material interest resulting from authorship of scientific, literary, or artistic productions. Well, IPR is not a new concept. If we look back, it is believed that IPR initially started in North Italy during the Renaissance era. In 1474, Venice issued a law relating to patents, protection that granted an exclusive right for owner. The copyright dates back to 1440 AD when Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press with movable wooden or metal letters. Late in the 19th century, a number of countries felt the necessity of laying down laws relating to intellectual property rights. The importance of intellectual property was first recognized in the Paris Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property, that is 1883. And second is the Berne Convention of the Protection of Literary and Artistic Work, that is 1886. And both these treaties are administered by the World Intellectual Property Organization. So, what going into the deepest part, what is WIPO, what is Berne Conventions, what is uh, mm, Paris Conventions, and other conventions related to IPR. I am directly coming to the what actually IPR important. So, moving towards why IPR is important. IPR is important for the companies as well as individuals, but for students, for UGC NET aspirants, IPR is important because according to the new syllabus of NTA, it included in the syllabus of examination. So these copyright, patent, trademarks are very much important. So there are several compelling reasons. First, the progress and well-being of humanity rest on its capacity to create and invent new works in the areas of technology and culture. Second, the legal protection of new creation encourages the commitment of additional resources for further innovation. And third, the promotion and protection of intellectual property serves economic growth, creates new jobs in industries, and enhances the quality and enjoyment of life. An efficient and equitable intellectual property system can help all countries to realize intellectual property's potential as a catalyst for economic development and social and cultural well-being. The intellectual property system helps us strike balance between the interest of innovators and the public interest, providing an environment in which creativity and invention can flourish for the benefit of all. Now, directly coming to the kinds of IPR. Basically, IPR is divided into three broad categories. First, that is copyright. Second, that is patent. And third, that is trademark. Now, what copyright is? Copyright is a term, it is a legal term which used to describe the rights that creators have over their literary and artistic works. Works covered by copyright, it's a wide range. It ranges from books, music, paintings, sculptures, films, computer programs, databases, advertisement, technical drawings, and so on. Copyright does not protect ideas, rather, it only covers tangible forms of creation and original. Now, what is patent? Patent is used to prevent an invention from being created, sold, or used by another party without permission. Patents are the most common type of intellectual property rights that come to people's minds when they think of intellectual property rights protection. A patent owner has every right to commercialize his or her patent, including buying and selling the patent or granting a license to the invention to any other third party under a mutually agreed terms. Now, what is trademark? Trademark is basically a sign which is capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of another enterprises. Trademark dates back to ancient times when artisans used to put their signature or mark on their products. Trademarks are another familiar type of intellectual property rights protection. A trademark is a distinctive sign which allows consumers to easily identify the particular goods or services that a company provides. Although intellectual property rights protection may seem to provide a minimum amount of protection, but when they are utilized wisely, really they can maximize the benefit and value of a creation and enable world changing technology to be developed, protected, and monetized. So that's all for the introductory session. Thank you all. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.